Good morning. It's Tuesday morning, Practice with Olivia. Nice to have you with us today. Do quite a gentle practice today. I did a vigorous dance class yesterday. I just really need to stretch my legs out more than anything. So we'll be focusing on that. So welcome. And as we began yesterday, this is Thanksgiving week, and we're being in a sort of constant state of reflection of other Thanksgiving years gone by, and also just what we're really grateful for in this moment, especially the people around us who have supported us in different ways. I will say, just on that note, thank you, Angela, for the space. As you can see, there's a little bit more going on. It's Thanksgiving week, so this is I don't want to move things because they're set up for pickups for the holidays. But we're really grateful. The other thing about the space to know is there may be deliveries during the hour that we're practicing together. I am not anticipating that there will be, but if there are unexpected deliveries, we'll just go with the flow and it'll be fine. The other thing to bear in mind is that we have just a lot going on in all of our lives at this time of year, just calendars and making things happen and arranging meetings. And I definitely ran out of time yesterday, thinking I would have much more time than I did. And I think, we can be a bit hard on ourselves when we don't get everything we want to get done. And I would say, really want to encourage you to be gentle with yourself and be kind to yourself. If you find you have 5 minutes to stare at a wall, or just close your eyes and sit in a chair and let yourself go inward for 5 minutes, it will help you just slow down. And I think that can be very beneficial at this time of year, which is interesting because we're getting to the end of a seasonal cycle and we're going into winter, and really the natural rhythm of the body is to kind of slow and go inward. So I encourage you to let yourself do that throughout the day as you can. Of course, you're here, so that's a really good start. This is a great way of taking an hour to just focus on some meditation and breath work and movement. And I think we'll be doing sort of more meditation, breath work, and slightly less movement today, just because we'll see how it goes. It's all a very intuitive flow here from Olivia. I tend to feel into the energy of the day. As I was arriving, there was just the most beautiful sunrise pink in the sky that's now clearing out to sort of like nice blue sky, and a little bit of amber light still coming up with the sun, but it's lovely. So let's come into a meditation for today. And yesterday we really focused in, and I actually think as we begin our meditation, what I'd like us to do first is just connect to our heart. So you want to be sitting up tall. You can sit on a block or a blanket rolled up to prop underneath your hips. So that you just want to have your hips above your knees so that your knees can fall down. We'll be doing a longer meditation today, so make sure you're comfortable. If sitting in this way is not comfortable for you, I would sit in a chair or sit somewhere where you feel like you can have a straight spine and your back is supported. I have actually a blanket on my legs today because it's chilly in here and I know I want to do a longer meditation. And just so you guys know, we're going to do about, we usually just go inward for a little bit, but I think we'll do about a 5-minute meditation today and just allow it and in silence. I'll start guiding us in and then we'll go into it. So let's connect to our heart. Take your left hand and place it over your heart center, right here or wherever you want. And you can place your right hand on top of that. So if you don't want to, don't worry, just leave your hands on your knees. You can just feel into your heart space. And then we'll just gently close our eyes and just find yourself in a straight spine. Take a nice inhale in and a nice exhale out. Inhale in and exhale out. And as you sit here and you're breathing, you can feel the warmth in the palms of your hands. And that warmth in the palms of your hands is radiantly entering the surface of your chest. And underneath, just a few inches away, you can just feel the heart beating. You can imagine the warmth of the palms warming the heart space. In fact, you might even feel it doing that. I'm definitely feeling a transmission of heat from my palms to my heart space, as if you were holding your own heart. You're just going to sit here and hold your heart and breathe. And as we become more conscious of our heart, we imagine the light within it, that Jyoti, that light that is that burns brighter inside your heart than any other light. It's the light of your life force, the light of your love. So we connect that light deep in the heart. You imagine it beginning to grow. That light begins to fill the whole heart, shining, shining. And your hands just continue to hold your heart here. We shine our light. And that light increases, going beyond the periphery of our body, going beyond the periphery of the room. Just feeling into the heart space and imagine that outward glowing light. And yes, growing light of the heart surrounding you, filling the room that you're sitting in, spilling outward onto the street or into your garden, wherever you are, whatever's outside your space. And your light continues to flood like the ripple of a pond, gently, so delicately rolling out. And you may find that your light will encounter the light of another heart, of another human, or another 2 or 3 humans. All of us with our heart light emanating from us. And as our heart light emanates stronger and stronger, that light begins to cover the whole planet. And we have the whole planet covered with the love light of our hearts. I invite you to just meditate on that image. This warm light spilling out of your heart, spilling out of you. Magnificent life force going forward into the world, bringing love, light, and healing to any person or situation that might need it. We'll go into silence here, allowing yourself to breathe. Find your mind wandering. Bring your attention back to your breath. Feel the heat and energy of the palms. Connect to the love of your heart. That is rippling out from you. Let's just begin to deepen. Nice big inhale. And a nice big exhale. And gently open your eyes, softly focus on the floor in front of you. And you might just let your hands fall into your lap. If your legs are uncomfortable or need to be recrossed in any way, you can take this moment just to adjust them as you need. It's nice to be in silence for a while. It allows us to calm down and connect. We'll do a little bit of pranayama, breathing exercise. Pranayama is basically just breath work, and what that does is bring attention and awareness to what's happening in our breath. Different breath works activate the energy differently. We've been doing a lot of the box breaths, the holding, inhaling for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, and holding for 4. I think we're going to do that again today. I think that's really is what's calling to me for the energy of this moment. So again, you're going to inhale for 4 counts, hold, retaining the breath for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts, and then hold that outward space. And be curious about these intervening spaces where you're not breathing in and out, because it's that area, it's kind of like a magical place. So let's begin. Let's take a big inhale in and big exhale out. And then we'll begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. We're going to continue on with the retained breathing. Take it in your own time. If you want to extend any of the inhales or exhales or holding. And I encourage, if you do any extensions, just equally across the board. If you want to hold for, inhale for 6 and hold for 6. Exhale for 6 and hold for 6, or something like that. Slowly, you're going to let your breath return to normal. We're going to go over to the mat, and we're actually, I'm going to have us begin on our, I think we're going to begin in a straddle, but this is a really great time to take a sip of water, a great time to grab a blanket if you want any support under your knees, a block to sit on. I'm not going to have too much of a dynamic practice this morning. It's going to be more of a stretch practice because that's what my body needs, and so yeah. So let me just make sure that the music are good. Yes. And please, if you have any feedback about music levels or volume levels, please let me know via email or communication, some way that feels like you're communicating. Sorry, a little spaced out this morning. Okay, blocks, blankets, let's meet on the mat. Take a sip of water, take a sip of tea. I'll see you there. I may, I'm just gonna put this one to the side actually. Oh, I'm a little stiff this morning and this room is a little cold, which makes me a little bit more reluctant to move quickly. I don't want to hurt my body if it's not warmed up, and if we move too quickly when it's cold, it can be jarring for the muscles. So yeah, I might just leave this on today because it is chilly in here. And we're going to begin with an easy Janyu Shasana. All right, we're going to have our, and I realize if you're mirroring me, so you're going to have your right leg out and your left leg is going to come and be on the inner part of the right thigh, sort of like a tree, and you're sort of orientated over your right knee, but we're actually going to turn towards our right foot here and just inhale and straighten the spine, and exhale, just hold gently, just doing a little bit of a forward fold here. And you just feel those muscles beginning to wake up. You want to go deeper into the fold, you can, but really it's just about slowly lengthening the back of the legs. And we'll start with one at a time, and then you're going to push yourself back up. Bring legs in, and then your left leg will go out, your right knee will come in. Just have that out to the side. And then you're going to turn your torso over your left leg and just gently fold in. Gently, gently. I hear delivery. Let me just close the door. You stay in your forward fold. Hi. And you can bring that leg back in. We'll sit in Baddha Konasana for a moment. And then just have a straight spine here. Your legs are really butterflying out. It can be good to have either blankets rolled up or blocks underneath your knees, especially if your knees don't really fall. If it's uncomfortable for you to sit this way, you're gonna sort of hold your feet like an open book and a nice straight spine. And then we'll just inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, and just fold in. And you might find that your elbows naturally come onto your legs, and you're just gonna fold over. Fold over. Really gentle this morning, really gentle. Allow your spine to curl in if you'd like. You can begin to feel the muscles of the neck waking up. Just check in what feels tight here. And allow the weight of your body to just move with the breath, inhaling and a little bit of length in the spine, exhaling, just a slightly deeper degree of folding. Really don't push yourself or force yourself. And then slowly make your way back up to a seat. I think we are going to straddle. Let's just keep our legs wide here. And just feel your sit bones on the floor. You even use your hands to press your thighs and maybe just go back and forth like this. Feeling the back of the legs relaxing. Even using the hands to sort of just massage along your legs. Giving them some love. Not really worried too much about going into the forward fold. This is really just about extension and warming up the muscles. As you can see, I'm using my hands to kind of just gently massage and touch each thigh, giving them a little wiggle so that the muscle can release. Going up to the ankles and feet, just because that feels nice. And just a little bit of move back and forth. And we're swaying. And then as you come to the left, you're just going to let your left hand run along and draw a rainbow over your head. Your right hand. And you can look up, pointing, beaming the heart center toward the sky. And then back to center. Left hand goes along the left leg. Actually, right hand goes along the right leg. And left arm. And that's just my ankles turning up. Toes are actively pointing up to the top. That helps with the extension along the back of the legs. And then we're gonna go back. Okay, we're gonna go do a couple cat cows. So come to all fours. Your hands and knees are going to be on your mat. Your hands should be underneath your shoulders, your hips are over your knees. It's a very neutral spine to begin. And then as you inhale, you're going to arch the spine, beaming the heart forward, lifting the tailbone, and then exhale, round. And inhale, arch. And exhale, round. And then feel free to add whatever intuitive movement you feel that your body is calling for. I really feel like the hips are tight here, so I'm just going to sway the hips. And let's all take some nice hip circles. So your knees are going to be a little bit wider and toes will touch. Knees will be about the width of your mat. Hands will be where they are. And then you're going to press into your hands and you're going to press back into that right hip. And then roll around to the left and then come forward and then take another roll. And let's just roll out to the right. And allow your head to drop or move with the movement, whatever feels exactly right for you. And you're going to then come to the left, go into your left hip. Take those hip rolls around. And then we're just going to find child's pose for a moment. So just keep your legs exactly where they are. Allow your forehead to kiss the mat at the third eye. Extend your arms forward and just melt for a moment. Just no effort at all. So just take all the activation out of your arms. And sigh here. And again, inhale, exhale. We're going to take our right hand to the left side of the mat, pull back into that right hip, and feel the length between the right hip and the right hand. You can use your left hand for leverage here. Whatever feels good, just getting into that side body. And then left hand will come to the right side of the mat. And really pressing back into that left hip and reaching with the left hand. Come back to center. Come to all fours again. And then we're gonna bring our right knee just about a couple inches behind the right wrist, and then it's gonna angle in slightly, just very low angle, whatever's natural. So the foot is going to be almost in front of the left knee, but you're actually going to extend that left leg back, and then it can be really helpful here to prop your hips up. This would be your right hip. If your right hip is sort of really away from the mat, you want to put a blanket underneath it to prop it up. And then just extend that left leg back. You can even curl the toes under and look over your shoulder to make sure the leg is straight. Nice straight leg behind you. And then your right foot is going to be right about at your left hip. And again, prop yourself to support. And then we're just push up into our hands, do a slight back bend, waving the heart center up. And then exhale. Just allow yourself to fold. This is called pigeon. And this is just that we're just going to fold into our hips for a while, because I think that we need it, that we hold a lot of stress and tension in our hips. And it's going to be a more restorative practice today. So just allow yourself to be in pigeon. It can be the most incredible pose for release. I think I had one of my most profound yoga releases ever in pigeon very early on in my practice. And what do I mean by that? I mean, I think as you develop your practice, you realize that you're constantly in yoga cultivating awareness of what's going on in your body. And sometimes, and I would encourage you to do this right now, you can be in a pose, especially a restorative pose that's not demanding too much, and kind of ask your body, where am I gripping? Where am I holding on? And it can become apparent that we hold in places that we're not really aware of. But then, because you're allowing yourself to be in a quiet, restorative, relaxed place, you suddenly find, oh my goodness, I'm gripping this whole part of my body and I had no idea. And then gently, if you notice that, begin to imagine what it would be like to just let that go, even just softly to begin with.
And it might not be even connected to the pose. You might find that there's a space between your shoulder blades. There's a space somewhere else that just is gripped. And slowly we'll push ourselves up.
Allow the heart center to beam forward and just fully up. And we'll just bring the left leg round, and we'll just go into a simple twist from here. So bringing your left foot next to your right knee, your right foot is going to be right by your left hip. Give yourself a little hug with that knee. It's always good to connect to your own heart center and support yourself. Give yourself a little love. And then we'll raise the left arm up. We'll place the left hand at the base of the spine. Right arm goes up and either holds the knee in or it can hook the elbow. And you're just turning, turning, turning. And inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, deepen the twist. From here, we'll let that go. We're gonna fold that left leg in now. At a slight angle, you place your left wrist right in front of your left knee, and that right leg will go back along the mat. And then just angle your hips. Again, propping your hips with a blanket right here can be really useful if your hip doesn't come down to the mat. Tuck the toes, look over the shoulder, and make sure your back leg is straight. And then you can let that foot go once the leg is straight. And then give yourself just a little bit of a back bend here. Beaming the heart up and allowing yourself to fold in. Fold in. Oh, yeah. And then just check in what's holding on in the body here. Anything gripping, any feeling tight. And gently, gently encouraging, allowing it to soften. I just felt a whole bunch of things let go once I had no idea I was gripping, and it sort of created just more length and space across the whole of my back. It's so interesting with the body how we hold places that we're not even aware that we're holding. And it's only really when you get into like deep restorative work where you are allowing the body to soften and relax that you can really actually pick up on those places with a great awareness. Restorative yoga can be the most transformational yoga because of the deep, deep attention that you're giving to your body in states of deep, deep relaxation. We're not doing a deeply restorative practice today, but pigeon is a classic restorative pose. And inhale, exhale. Wow, I just felt my hip release a little bit more. Wow.
Everybody take a nice inhale and hit out. Lovely, lovely. Okay, let's push up.
If we could just do a whole hour in pigeon, maybe we will one morning. And so now your left knee is going to be underneath and your right knee will go over top. Your left foot will be by your right hip, right foot by your left knee. And again, just hug that in. Give yourself a cuddle. Oh, yeah. Cuddle, 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 cuddle. And then you're going to raise your right arm up. Put your right hand at the base of your spine. Left arm will go up and it's going to hug that knee in, or the elbow will hook. Again, the point of the purpose of the pose is really more to have a straight spine. Encourage you to find length in the spine on the inhale and slightly deepen the twist on the exhale, but really lengthen the spine more than anything else. Now lengthen, exhale, twist. You're going to come back to the front. Our legs will extend out in front of us, Dandasana staff pose. So you want a nice straight spine here. Legs are in front of you on the mat, toes point upwards. Inhale, Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, just fold forward. I like to keep the integrity of the spine straight here. So my heart is beaming forward. And that helps me access the length on the back of my legs as a greater way. You may be able to just fold deeply into it, and if that works for you, it's also fine to have a bent knees and fold into it. For me personally, I'm needing the sort of legs to be long and straight today because that's helping me access the muscles that I need to stretch. And then just inhale, lengthen the heart up, exhale. And I'm really micro folding, but you do you. What do you need? Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale. So we're going to go into downward dog for a moment. I think that it's good to do like one downward dog because again, it's such a great stretch for the back of the legs. So hands under knees, bring your feet in, and we'll just go right into a very gentle downward dog. Hands are shoulder width, palms flat into the floor, and your toes are going to tuck, and you're going to press your hips up to straight. Arms are long and straight by your ears, and legs are straight down, heels pointing into the mat. We'll just pedal out the dog. One leg straight, the other knee bent, and then just go back and forth in a very gentle way. This is a very gentle practice today. And just feel the length of the tailbone ignite, that space of golden energy between the tip of your tailbone and the crown of your head. Just connect to that heart energy and your gratitude for just how incredible life is, and how amazing and full on, and how grateful you are to have a moment of stillness to practice gratitude for all that you are and all that you have. I am so grateful for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all you do. We let our knees come back down to the floor. And then we'll just do a little beam the heart forward, arch.
And exhale, curl the spine round. Inhale, arch. And exhale, curl the spine round. We'll do a little back bend. We're going to do Shalabhasana or locust. Again, I'm taking things really gentle today. So if, yeah, let's just all go there. So we'll meet fully down on the mat. Let's just take Sphinx first. So your elbows are going to be underneath your shoulders, forearms in front of them, palms are flat, and you're really pressing your hips into the ground here. And just allowing that heart to beam forward. Don't even think about up. Really just imagine your heart center is light, beaming its bright, bright light love light, directly forward. And you're pressing into those elbows and pressing the hips into the mat. Breathing here. Another breath in. On your next exhale, you're just going to let your head come down to the mat. Make sure if you're not on your mat, just wiggle your hips back to a place where everything can land on your mat. Your arms are going to be by your sides. Palms are flat, face down, thumbs turn out. And again, you just press your hips into the mat, and that's going to begin to raise the feet off the mat. Shoulder will come up, and eventually your hands too. And we'll just take a few breaths here in Shalabhasana. Gentle back bend. And slowly let that go. And allow yourself to feel just your body melting into the mat for a moment. Your shoulders letting go, your calves letting go, your thighs letting go. And then we'll press back up to a seat. We'll come back to facing each other. And just, again, cross our legs here. If your feet are cold, maybe give them a bit of a massage. Hopefully they're not cold. And then I think we're gonna take a nice long Shavasana today. So, and I encourage you, if you are cold at all, to have your blanket nearby, have maybe a blanket underneath your head for support, and a blanket to cover your body. So that would look like this. Blanket here, still underneath your head. And then this other blanket is going to cover your body. And you're going to come down to, I'll show you once I have the blanket unfolded. You may want an eye pillow here for your eyes, which helps sink in, that helps up the area around the eyeballs relax and sink in. I don't have one with me today, but I'll talk you through it in position of an exercise that we can do to help the muscles around our eyeballs just calm down, or relax is the word I'm looking for. So that blanket for your head is going to be under your head. It's not going to be under your shoulders. It's going to just hold your head for support. Your body is just going to be flat on your mat. Legs are long, feet just wing out. And your hands will be, your arms will come to your side. Arms will be slightly out from the mat, palms face up. And then you'll cover yourself with a blanket. And
the purpose of the blanket really is so to keep you warm. And when the body is warm, it's easier to sort of melt into the mat. And then you're going to close your eyes here. And as we close our eyes, we will bring the heels of our hands to the ridge just below our eyes, the top of our cheekbones, and just each palm is pressed over the eye. And and not really that much of an active press. You're more laying your hands on top of your eyes than actively pressing into your head. And as the hands are here, and just let the weight of the hands fall into the face. And then just feel the muscles around the eyeballs, around the eye socket. And feel them start to just relax. Let your eyeballs sink back into your skull. Really deep relaxation. As if all that anxiety and attention that we carry around our eyes, constantly changing our focus, constantly looking, it's just being allowed and invited to release. And then as you're ready, you can remove your hands and come back into Shavasana. And as we stay here in Shavasana, I really encourage you to just let yourself melt. If you are having problems just relaxing and letting go, if you find that your mind's busy, let's just do a slight body scan together. And begin by bringing your awareness to your toes, letting your toes just relax. And then the balls of the feet just melting. The arches of the feet softening. Heels just slowly melting into the mat. You might bring your attention to ankles, calves, all that work they do, just releasing into them, totally relaxed. Knees and sockets, all those muscles connect. Hip point, knee point are just letting go. Thighs, your quads, your hamstrings, beleaguered as they are rest. And I noticed as I did that, my entire sacral area just relaxed deeper. That radial area at the base of the spine, the sacrum, just imagine it all relaxing deep into the mat. From the sacrum, the hip points, sides of the waist, the belly button falling back towards the mat. The ribs softening into the mat. The heart center, the magnificent heart center. Life force is constant, just softening. Area between the shoulder blades widens and deepens, the shoulder blades themselves sinking into the mat. Tips of the shoulders melting. Your upper arms just melting. Elbows, forearms, hands, fingers, fingertips. Release into the mat. And anything that you're holding in your neck, any tension. Let the weight of your head sink into the blanket. just allow yourself to let everything go. Yeah. Might begin to feel the movement of air across the body. Slowly bringing just the awareness of moving the fingertips, tips of the toes, maybe just inhabiting that movement for a moment. Slowly bring your arms overhead and allow yourself to take a full body stretch. Tips of your toes to the tips of your fingers. Yawn to what you need. Very slow. And then we're going to bring ourselves to a fetal position on one side. And just bring your knees in and curl over to either your right side or your left. Your arm can be used as a prop for your head. And just take a moment here in fetal position. Breathe in. And then press yourself up gently to a seat. You can have support here under your hips, cross-legged, whatever is comfortable for you. Breathing in and breathing out. Place one hand over your heart and your other hand over top of it. And find your energy connection between the energy of your palms and the energy of your heart. Feel the light of your heart extending beyond your body, beyond the room. And imagine as you go through the day that you are carrying that extension of your heart's light in every movement, every breath. And when your heart's light meets another heart's light, it is so magnified. Magnify each other. We're going to inhale and take 3 ohms. Do 1 inhale and exhale to clear, and then we'll begin. Inhale deep. Exhale, clear. Inhale. Inhale. Bring your thumbs to the third eye, hands are in prayer. I bow to each and every one of you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being who you are with your unique gifts, your unique energy. Thank you for being my teachers. And thank you for the love that you put into the world in any gesture, any conscious action. Thank you for all you do and all you are. Namaste, my friends. Have a beautiful day. Remember to take it slow, be gentle with yourself, allow yourself to do what's right for your body in the moment. And I'll see you here again when you're ready to join again. Namaste. Have a wonderful rest of your day.